Hi everyone, it's Norm here, your community liaison for Species at Risk. Today's episode is a really special one because we're learning about one of Canada's most critically endangered species, a small butterfly called the Poweshiek Skipperling. Now the Poweshiek's global numbers are estimated to be as low as only a few hundred. With such low numbers, you can imagine that there is a lot trying to be done to keep these insects from going extinct. The Assiniboine Park Conservancy runs a captive rearing and head starting program that runs year-round. By the end of June into July, the adults are ready to be released back into their native tall-grass prairie. I was lucky enough to be able to witness this, and it was really something special to be a part of. Stay tuned and we'll learn all about how this is done. The Assiniboine Park Zoo's Poweshiek Skipperling program runs throughout the year. During the winter, the caterpillars are kept at the zoo where the team can provide optimal climate-controlled growing conditions. As warmer weather approaches in June, the caterpillar will form a chrysalis. The team monitors the chrysalis until about a day or two before it is expected to emerge as an adult. They are then transferred on the grasses that they have pupated on with mesh coverings to ensure safety if they emerge early, like the one shown in this picture. Once they have made it to an optimal release site in the tall-grass prairie, an emergence chamber is set up and the chrysalis are put inside. Now it turns into a bit of a waiting game. The team checks the chamber multiple times a day until they emerge. Once an adult emerges, the team wants to put a mark on the released adult. This is a very delicate process that involves chilling them briefly in a cooler. This will slow down the Poweshiek Skipperling enough for the team to put the mark on. Usually a single black dot is placed. The reason for doing this is to keep track of which Poweshiek Skipperling come from the program and which have emerged as adults in the wild. Later in the season, the team will collect females, ideally ones without markings on them, and start the process over again by bringing those females to the zoo to lay eggs. After they lay eggs, the females will then be released back into the wild and the program starts over. So this Poweshiek Skipperling has just been released here and now it's feeding on the black-eyed Susan. Really neat to see this. Throughout my time with the Assiniboine Park team, we were able to release 5 adults back into their native tall-grass prairie habitat. It was really amazing to see that, as well as throughout the day we saw a few individuals with the black marks on their wings that had obviously come from the program, as well as 1 or 2 individuals that didn't have the markings on their wings, meaning they emerged from the wild. Now that we've seen this whole process, let's learn in a little bit more detail what the Poweshiek Skipperling is all about. Okay, so here's a Poweshiek Skipperling. These are named after a county in Iowa in which it was first discovered. You can tell it's a very small butterfly, about the size of a loonie or so. It's brown and orange in color and has these silver veins running through the hind wings. As part of the skipper family, they have a pretty distinct flight skipping movement, but you might need an expert eye to really differentiate between other members of the skipper family. Okay, what's really neat about these Poweshiek Skipperling is that throughout all of Canada, right here in the tall-grass prairie natural area is the only place to find these critically endangered butterflies. So it's a very special place that we have here. With the singular population of Poweshiek Skipperling being here in Manitoba's Tall-grass Prairie, you can imagine that there are issues when it comes to genetic diversity. In fact, the only other place in the world that Poweshiek are found are in an area near Flint, Michigan, hundreds of kilometers away. The fact that we only have 1% or less of native tall-grass prairie left here in Manitoba is an issue, as well as other things like variable climate, pesticide use, and in years past, untimely fires that have wiped out big portions of Poweshiek Skipperling. I'd like to thank the hard-working team, the Assiniboine Park Conservancy, and also the other team members that aid with help with the program and research from Nature Conservancy of Canada, University of Winnipeg, Environment and Climate Change Canada, Province of Manitoba, and countless other experts in their field. For myself, being involved even slightly in a project like this was really eye-opening and a huge highlight for me. I do think that when we lose a species, no matter how big or small, we lose a part of our world that we'll never be able to get back. And this is something that I think we should all think a little bit more about. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If anyone has any questions about the Poweshiek Skipperling or the release process, please don't hesitate to contact me at sarcommunityliaison@gmail.com. We'll see you next time.